First, answer the questions in your daily log. Safety glasses must be worn in the tool area. A saw must always be held low when you're moving it or placing it into the tool rack. Fold up your pattern so that you have your base. And then place your base, your Landrover base, on your wood and draw the length using a pen or pencil, and then mark the width. We'll be using a solid square to make a perpendicular line on your wood. Hook the handle along the edge of the wood and draw a line across your pattern. Now we'll be clamping our wood for cutting. Keep your cut near the edge of the table. We'll be using a quickie clamp, and the lever will allow you to adjust your quickie clamp. Place it upside down on the edge and use both hands and your weight to place a clamp on the other end and keep the clamps as far apart as possible. Set your wood on the corner of the table depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed. We're going to be ripping this board. Start your cut by drawing it backwards and then cut forward. Once you rip your wood, now you'll cross-cut your piece of wood. That means cutting across the grain. Again, start it backwards and then cut by pushing forward. Now grab your pattern. We'll be placing our block in it, and we'll need to mark the sides. Make sure you mark one side, and while you're holding it, mark the other. We'll be using parallel clamps called Jergesons. Adjust them so that they're parallel and place your wood in it so that you can see your mark. And then tighten them up solidly. Basically, we'll be cutting halfway through it. Place it on the edge of the table depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed, and lock on the clamps so that your saw won't cut into them. Do the same on the other side so that you have two clamps holding your piece. Make sure you're set up so you won't be cutting through your clamps. Start your saw backwards, and then you'll be pushing forward to cut. You'll be cutting halfway through your wood. Make sure your cut is straight down. Try to keep it parallel with the edge. Now reverse your wood. Flip it over, line it up so you won't cut through your clamp, and make your cut on the other side. Now return your saw. Make sure you keep it low and place it up in the tool crib. Grab a 4-in-1 file and also a brush to clean it with. And then we'll need the C-clamp. Clamp your wood using the C-clamp and clamp it to the edge of your table depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed. You won't have a perfect cut, so you'll need to file off the irregularities. You'll be using a 4-in-1 file that's in a sheath. That's to keep it sharp. You have a flat portion that's a rasp and a double cut that's also flat, and then a half round double cut and a half round rasp. Use the roughest part of your file to do your cutting. You might have to file the edges so that you don't tear the wood on the end. Once filed, your project should fit inside your pattern and it's ready to be glued. And finally, you'll need to replace all tools in the tool crib before you leave.